magical episode.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Magical episode. But before I give too much away about what's going on today, Jay, would you like to remind us what we talked about last time for anyone who's new or maybe didn't hear that last episode?
Yeah, we were doing basically a recap of 2025. We discussed New Year's resolutions and what our plans for the podcast were. So, I mean, we have a lot of interesting things planned, but again, we don't want to go over them now because we've gone over them in the first New Year's podcast. So if you haven't heard the things we've got planned, pop back, have a listen to the first podcast of 2026.
Sounds like a plan. But speaking of interesting things planned, what warm-up do you have planned for us today?
Well, actually, to be honest, I didn't bother with a warm-up today because I know the things that we're discussing are going to take up a little bit of time today. I think I'm going to pass it over to you, and you can tell us how you came up with today's podcast and what today's podcast is about.
Oh, okay. Nice. Well, for context, we recently took a trip to the beach. Yes, in January, because we are crazy, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, but saying that, I mean, it was cheap. Hotel was cheap, and there was nobody on the beach, which is good. And we managed to take the dog as well.
Yeah.
Which
so
would have been...
the hotel was cheap, even with the dog.
And it would have been a bit of a sort of hindrance if there were a lot of people on the beach and the dog.
That's true.
So it was actually, I think it was a good idea.
That's true. I'd do it again, honestly.
So
even that quick dip I took in the ocean at like 45 degrees.
Yeah.
I'd do it again. I would do it again.
-5 if you're a Brit.
Yeah. But anyway, we walked into the hotel room when we arrived at the beach and turned on the TV like you do, and lo and behold, what's on the TV but Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Philosopher's Stone.
Sorcerer's Stone. It depends on where you are. We're in America. It's Sorcerer's Stone over here.
Because you don't know what a philosopher is, so they had to change it.
I know what a philosopher is. Anyway, so it wound up, being a Harry Potter movie marathon down at the beach. We didn't get to finish, but while we were there, it was one movie on after the other, and so that's all we watched, really. Like, because you know better than to try and turn the remote when Harry Potter's on.
Yeah, you're a big Harry Potter fan. Huge Harry Potter fan.
But so as we were watching the movies, I noticed two things. So thing number one I noticed is that there were scenes that I had never seen before in my life. I'm like, what is happening? Like, why have I not seen these scenes? But the second thing that I noticed was how many Britishisms there were in those movies.
Yes.
And that was like, you know what? That would be a great idea for a podcast. A lot of people love
here
Harry
we
Potter.
are.
Yep. Here we are. So, bit of a backstory. Again, we didn't get to finish our marathon. We're still working on it because I need to see all of the deleted scenes that I had not seen before.
Yep.
But again, that was just kind of the inspiration behind this podcast.
Mm-hmm. That brought us up to where we are now.
Because there are just a lot of differences.
There's a lot of differences between the movies and the books that confuse Americans sometimes.
Yeah, you've gotten a lot of questions from me as we've watched, and probably a lot of exclamations as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What does that mean?
Yeah, well, that, but also like, where did this scene come from? I've never seen this scene before. Oh my god.
Yeah, there were lots of differences with the scenes.
Yeah, because I'm surprised. Like, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and it's frustrating as like a true like Harry Potter fan when something is cut from the movies that you feel like is really important. And I'm not going to go there because that's like a whole other podcast episode, and I could just go on and on about, this didn't make sense without this scene or whatever. But I was just noticing that there were some scenes that were there. They just took them out of like the editor's, editions or whatever. So, but yeah, so we will stick to the topics that we had planned for today. So topic number one is the British words that have sort of crossed over into the American lingo for all of us Potterheads.
Potterheads?
Yes, that's what we're called. You could Harry Potter nerds, Harry Potter heads.
Okay, so fans of Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I figured we'd do it this way. Like, I'll say the Britishism,
Mm-hmm.
and you maybe explain it for us because you've had to explain these words to me.
Oh, I'll see what I can do. Okay, let's go.
So the first one is peaky. I noticed.
Peaky. When was that in a movie?
Yeah, I noticed Mrs. Weasley told Harry he looked a bit peaky.
Ah, if you look a bit peaky or a bit pale, you look a bit unwell. So yeah, peaky. So Harry was looking unwell, looking a bit pale, looking a bit sick, ill,
Oh, okay.
pale and
That's
unwell.
a nice way to say it.
Yeah, you're looking a bit peaky. Yeah.
You look horrible.
Yeah, you look really sick.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart. Yes, we covered that before as well. Bless your heart.
Snogging.
Snogging. Snogging, I mean, it's kissing. It's kissing. I think for Americans, I think your kind of thing that would be equal to that would be getting to first base. Maybe. I don't know.
Always with the baseball references. Yes.
Yeah,
First
snogging
base.
is kissing. Kissing, yeah.
Kissing. What about dodgy? Something's dodgy. It's a
Something-
bit dodgy, isn't it?
It's what was that? Was that your attempt at a British accent?
A little bit.
Oh, okay, not bad actually. Not bad. 7 out of 10. Something is dodgy. It's not right. It's underhand. It might be illegal. He's running a dodgy business, selling cars, kind of thing. Sketchy is a good word. Sketchy is a good word. I think sketchy, sort of strange, not right, not correct, a little bit.
Okay.
So dodgy. It's a bit dodgy.
Okay. What about codswallop? I love this word.
Codswallop is basically. When did that come up? I didn't hear that in the movies. Is it in the books?
Hagrid.
Hagrid. Okay, yeah. Codswallop. It's rubbish. It's just nonsense. So it's codswallop.
It's codswallop.
It's not. It's nonsense. It's not real.
Okay. What a load of codswallop.
Exactly.
I love that word. I don't know.
Exactly. That's exactly it. What a load of codswallop.
Trainers. So clothing. Trainers.
Trainers. You would say sneakers.
Sneakers.
Trainers.
I say tennis shoes.
Tennis
actually.
shoes. Yeah. Trainers.
Tennis shoes.
I'm not wearing my trainers at the moment.
Jumper.
Jumper. Jumper is what you call swell. So yeah, jumper.
Torch.
Torch. You would say flashlight.
Flashlight, yes.
Flashlight, yeah. Getting the torch. Usually we go under the stairs, get the torch when the power goes. Where's the torch? Oh, okay. Yeah. So get the torch or the flashlight.
When you say torch, though, I'm like, grab your torch and pitchfork. Like medieval marching through the forest with a torch.
Yes, very different.
That's what I think.
Yeah, flashlight, torch. Okay.
Revise. Hermione revises for her exams. I'm like, huh?
She's revising. She's practicing. She's going over. She's spending time looking at her books.
She's studying.
She's studying. Yeah. So
I
she's
see.
studying before an exam. Before an exam, you'll revise.
Oh.
You go over your books, your notes and things before you take the exam. So you're revising.
So for me, revise means like to edit something.
Oh, okay.
So she's editing her exam.
Editing,
She wrote her own
yes.
exam. What?
Yeah.
Like, and I think the last word is punt.
Punt. That's a good one, actually.
We were talking about this the other day.
Where did that come in the books or the movies?
So it was in book 5.
What's the context? Mm-hmm.
And I think it was the chapter called Grop. The Weasley twins like flee from Hogwarts. It's a whole thing, but they flee and they leave like as protest one of their portable swamps.
Oh.
And nobody can get through the portable swamp. So Filch has to quote unquote punt students across this portable swamp. And I'm like, football, punt. You're kicking students.
I can see where the confusion would come across there. Yeah. So punt in the UK, punt is a kind of a small, thin, flat bottom boat, and you will punt along a river. So Cambridge, for example, River Cam in Cambridge, people will punt along that on a sunny afternoon. So as far as the Brits are concerned, punt is that small boat. But I can see from what you're saying in the football, I'm guessing quite a few Americans will probably think Filch was actually drop kicking the students for a 150-yard field goal. Well, he was just punting.
Yeah.
Punting them.
We'll get into what that means in America in the Super Bowl episode, which should be coming up pretty soon. I think we'll know soon who's playing as well.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Well, yeah, we've got to do a Super Bowl episode.
I think so,
yeah. Yeah, that's all the words I had. So topic 2 that I wanted to discuss was the differences between the US and UK versions of the books and movies.
Yep.
So this happens with a lot of US, UK, books and movies and everything. Harry Potter's just a really, shining example because a lot of people know about it. So the first book, we kind of argued about this already. The first book, the title was changed.
Yep.
So the original title was
Philosopher's Stone. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Exactly. And then someone convinced J.K. Rowling to change the name to Sorcerer's Stone for us American idiots who can't understand what a philosopher is.
I think it's more, I don't think it's that. I think it's more like child-friendly. Philosopher. What's a philosopher? What's a philosopher got to do with it? Sorcerer. It's a book about magic, so Sorcerer would seem to be a better title.
Okay. I'll give you that. It is more kid friendly, I think. I think more kids would understand.
Yeah.
And I mean, philosophy itself is just like a really brainy.
It's a deep thing.
It's deep. So trying to explain when a kid asks, "What's a philosopher's stone?" Well, first you have to understand philosophy. So that makes sense, I guess. I'm still kind of like salty about it, but but apparently there were also like minor text changes. There were bits of story that were removed. I was reading online that they omitted like Sirius's Gringotts vault number for some reason. I don't know.
Strange.
And they also omitted, there was a story about Dudley as well. But the other main difference is going to be like your spelling. Like you guys throw U's in everywhere for some reason.
Color.
Like color.
Yep. Color, as you say.
Yeah.
Color.
Punctuation's a little bit different as well.
Yes,
Periods, quotation marks.
Yep.
They're all kind of different. It's crazy, really.
Full stops and quotation marks.
Periods and
Full
quotation
stops.
marks.
Okay. Carry on.
But yeah, a lot of the differences, like I said, are words and stuff, which we've already kind of gone through. Yeah, so the third topic I wanted to discuss was the cultural differences that are more visible in these books. The biggest example of that I can think of is like the schooling system. There's this boarding school with like 4th years and 5th years and these folks called prefects and head boy, head girl. We do not have that, or at least not in any school I've ever been in the US.
I think
so
the books is set kind of in I think they're 90s, early 90s, 91, something like that.
Yeah, he starts in 1991.
Yeah, so we have primary school, which I think is something like 5 to 10. And then secondary school, which is where Harry starts. It's 11, I think 16, 17, something like that. And we have first years, second years, third years, 4th years, 5th years, and then to the 6th form, I think. So that's basically it. It's a little bit different. Sometimes there are boarding schools,
right,
where you will actually board. So when you board, you stay there.
Right.
You come home during the holidays, summer holidays, or the Christmas holidays. And that's kind of what Hogwarts is based on.
But what about like prefects, head boy, head girl?
So head boy, head girl, usually they're the ones in the class that are the ones that are really good, the ones who sit at the front with their hands up, the ones who are kind of teacher's pet kind of thing. And they'll be made prefects or head boy and head girl. And their job is to keep the younger students in order, to make sure they're doing the things they're supposed to be doing. They would walk through the halls, make sure there's nobody around, make sure there's nobody out of class, that kind of thing. So yeah, prefects. You get a little badge, sort of with a prefect, and you pin it on your blazer, on your jacket.
Yeah. Yeah. Dumbing it down for us Americans again.
So I don't know if you use blazer over here. So blazer, jacket.
We say blazer.
Okay, good.
For specific jackets, but we say blazer. Okay. Yeah, so that's just cool because like there's no like authority figure student in the student body anyway in schools that I've been to over here. What about transport? This is something that really like freaked me out a little bit when we went to London. Is that at the end of the school day, you see all these kids get on like the London Underground. Or
London
get
bus.
on like the London buses, like the double-decker red buses.
Yeah.
They're traveling home from school on these buses by themselves.
Yeah.
And that just kind of blew my mind. And obviously nobody's getting on a magical train from platform 9 3/4, but the idea is the same of like the kids travel to school on their own. Whereas here in the US, we have buses, like the big yellow buses that take children to school.
Yeah.
So
a lot of kids, especially the older kids, will take the underground or will jump on a bus, London bus. But there's a lot of kids who get taken to school by the mum and dad in the car. And it's chaos. It causes chaos on the roads. There's gridlock because you have hundreds of cars coming up to the school, trying to find parking, trying to get their little kids in the car. And it's just chaos. Whereas over here, you've got those big yellow buses. So the kids get on the buses. There's no gridlock on the roads. There's no sort of chaos around the schools with people trying to find parking. Kids just get on the bus and then they get dropped off. So I think it's a good idea here. That's something we should use in the UK to stop the gridlock with the parents and their cars. And
well, I am not a parent, but I will say on behalf of all American parents everywhere, yes, there is still gridlock. Yes, there is still traffic, especially in bigger cities. I'm sure like New York, for example.
Good point.
So with the yellow school bus, like it's optional. You can take a yellow school bus or like your parents can drop you off. And they do. I was dropped off at school when I was a kid as well. But yeah, in general, like you don't have that big like mass school transportation system in the UK. So another cultural difference that is really interesting for me is the food.
Food.
The food that's mentioned. So one of Harry's favorite desserts is treacle tart. What in Merlin's name is treacle?
Treacle, basically. I mean, over here you put syrup on your pancakes. Treacle is syrup. We would put syrup on our pancakes or treacle. Treacle's like a thicker syrup, but it's still syrup.
Is it like molasses? Is it like really?
You can thick? Still not that thick. I mean, you can still pour it out of the bottle. You can pour it out of a glass or a cup or whatever, but a little bit thicker than syrup, I think.
Okay. I never knew. I never knew what treacle was.
There you go. You were today's years old.
I was today's years.
Today's year old.
I was today years old.
Yeah, today years old.
What about Christmas pudding?
Christmas pudding. Yeah, we have Christmas pudding. We have Christmas kind of cakes and things, but Christmas pudding is a very different thing. It's full of currants and fruit. It's nice. It's not too sweet either. Usually we have it with custard. And it's very nice. It's very nice.
So is it, pudding as in like soft, like
it's
cup
very,
of pudding?
No,
like Jell-O?
You're thinking of Jell-O. No, it's like a cake. It's like a cake kind of thing.
Okay.
Like it's very dark, very moist. As I said, it's got cherries in it, maybe currants.
Is it like a fruit cake?
Kind of like, if you imagine a fruit cake that's very dark, because fruit cakes are very light. So a dark fruit cake, that would probably be it. Custard over it. Okay. Yeah.
When you say pudding, I think like Jell-O cups.
No, it's different.
So, mince pies.
Mince pies or mince meat pies.
That don't actually contain meat.
That don't actually contain meat. So a lot of people think, oh, no, how can you eat that? It's full of meat. It's actually, mince pie is full of fruit. So again, currants, apples, raisins, a little bit of sugar to sweeten it up. And it's actually really nice. You've had some.
I have. I bought you some and you shared with me.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Yeah, mince. It's like a jam, guys. Like for my American friends, mince pies are full of like jam, and they call it mince meat, but it's actually just like a fruity jam. No meat involved. So if anyone ever offers you a mince meat pie, it's okay. It's not actually meat. And then so this is not. It's going to sound like food, but it's not food. Christmas crackers.
Christmas crackers, as you said, it's not food. I don't know how to describe them. They're kind of novelty things that you have, and You hold one end. They're about maybe, I don't know, 12 inches long maybe.
Yeah.
And you hold one end, someone else holds the other, and you pull them. As you pull them, there's a crack. And when they split open, usually a little toy comes out and a little paper hat. And whoever gets the bigger half of the cracker gets the toy and the paper hat.
They win.
They win, unquote. Yeah.
I don't know if there is a word for this in American English. I would say the closest thing is like a popper. So it's like a little party popper with something inside, and you just pull it, and whoever pulls the hardest wins and gets the little prize inside. We've actually started doing this. We are. Yes. It seems strange because it's the same language, but we are a multicultural, multinational household. Yep. And so I try to kind of preserve that. And so I'll get, we had Yorkshire pudding at Christmas and we do Christmas crackers. My family really enjoyed that this year, actually. Everybody, especially our little nephew got into the Christmas cracker thing. Yeah. So we've been trying to honor that multicultural
two
nations thing in our household.
I think actually, just to go over that, I think Winston Churchill said it best: two nations divided by a common language.
Yes.
And we've discovered in the time that we've been married and the times we were dating, that's pretty much true.
It is.
Pretty much true. Even now. Pretty much true.
It really is.
Every day
you have to translate things for me sometimes. I'm sorry, what?
You said what?
Yeah, exactly. And it's the same with the books. I mean, they literally had to translate things from the UK version to the American version.
As we said, like trainers.
Exactly.
Sneakers. Yeah.
Exactly. So same language, but not really.
Yeah. Same language, but different.
But there's one more thing I want to add about, as we're going through this marathon of Harry Potter. And that is, being with you, we were in a long distance relationship for a while, as everyone knows. Going over to visit you, I've now seen a lot of the places in the Harry Potter movies. So I'm recognizing, there's the House of Parliament. There's this. And you actually took me on a walking tour of London, my first time in London.
We did.
So we've been over like Millennium Bridge.
The Wobbly Bridge, as we call it.
The Wobbly Bridge.
The Wobbly Bridge.
We've been over the bridge and everything. And that really added an element to watching the movies this time for me. Because it's like, I know where that is. Or I have a vague idea. I've been there. You took a lot of pictures of me like posing in places, outside the quote unquote Ministry of Magic, for example, and everything. So I would just say to anybody who's as big of a Harry Potter nerd as I am, whether you're in Britain or in the US and you haven't been to London, you haven't seen these places, if you can, and if you're interested, I would highly encourage you to go because it really has added something to the movies this time for me. I'll say, standing on the Millennium Bridge for the first time, I cried.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it was not because of the Harry Potter movies. I'm not that sentimental about them. But it was just it's beautiful, just like watching the sunset over the Thames.
It is actually very pretty.
Wow. It is. It's absolutely beautiful. So highly encourage people to go if they can and they'd like to.
Speaking of go, and people going to wander over the Wobbly Bridge and have a look at the sunset and cry their eyes out. I think
slight exaggeration.
Very slight. I think we should go and watch the rest of the movies, maybe.
Oh, I'm down. I'm down for that. Mm-hmm. We're 6 movies in. We have 2 movies left to go.
In our movie marathon.
The darkest, deepest ones, Deathly Hallows 1 and 2. So if anybody needs us, we will be knee deep in Harry Potter movies, sherbet lemons, Christmas crackers, chocolate, if there's any left.
Yep. So with that, I think maybe it's time to wrap it up and say goodbye, Chris.
No.
What?
I am not going to say goodbye, Chris, because this is a Harry Potter themed podcast. I'm going to end it the way anything Harry Potter themed should be ended. Mischief managed.
Are you still quoting the movies?
I might be. Goodbye, Chris.